I haven't made a video in a little bit of time because I've been sick. I really haven't felt like making a video. Honestly, I've been spending a lot of time on X. I got sick and I was spending instead of watching movies, playing video games, I was spending basically every single waking second on X just talking smack to everybody, just saying the dumbest things. I really don't take X that serious. You know what I mean? When it comes to I'm not gonna be the same person if you meet me in person as you may see me on X. On X, I come off as a condescending asshole. That's just how it is, yeah. It's kind of funny. It's I've been over the last few days. I've been kind of adopting how would Milo respond to this? Because the guy is highly intelligent, very charismatic, and that's how I've been kind of approaching. And I'm not trying to compare I'm just saying I've just been kind of being like that. I've been very, very condescending to people on there, challenging people. So okay, and what I've noticed too is, man, I started getting when I was on there for 4 days straight, I was getting over 100,000 impressions each day, right? So I started getting some of high profile people either responding or liking, mostly liking. I've gotten very few responses. But it's cool, Sticks. Um, Sticks Hexenhammer 666. Dude, I've been listening to him forever, man. He's like my friend. That's how I feel. He's like my, it sounds weird. Oh, he's like your friend. Because I'm sitting here listening to him talk. Tim Pool, listening to him talk. I feel like they're friends. Even though they don't know who the hell I am. But it feels when this is probably for some people who watch my videos, it probably feels like I'm your friend if you listen to a lot of my videos, because you hear me all the time. It's when people get attached to celebrities or whatever, and they pass away, and it feels like a family member passed away. It's something like that. Things have evolved for the regular person to become that type of status. I mean, some people get to have a bigger audience, but and then you can have people that resonate and relate, and it's if I got 0 views, I might still make videos. But it's really cool that there are some people that actually, when I see in the comments, they're hey, that's they comments I recognize them. That's cool, and I've recognized them for years now. That's cool. Hey, follow me on X, man. This is what I'm saying. Follow me on X. Message me. I will follow you back. I need to know who you are, though. Just tell me who you are in the message, and then I'll follow you back. I'm keeping my who I follow kind of it's an elite group, and I have to have some type of relationship with you. I don't want to just have regular people I'm following. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I want to be able to have some type of a connection with you, with you. So before I follow, people in real life, I'll follow you back. But yeah, that I know. Anyway, but I noticed since I went to just more focusing on more local politics. So what I did is I started following, just the Congress members, the new Congress members coming in, and the couple of senators for the federal government. I never really cared about local politics, honestly. I never really did. And then I'm like, I'm more of like a broad. I like the broad. I feel like I'm better off like not just local, but like talk basically my voice having me having a me being in the conversation with the big dogs. It's not like the Elon like that level, but like yeah, definitely like the Red Pill community. I definitely feel like I should have a voice in that type of aspect. I think that these people should know who I am and respect me. They don't have to like my opinions or whatever like that. That's cool. We can disagree, which is fabulous. We can definitely disagree, and I like when people disagree with me. Um, as long as we can have a friendly debate. And I am cordial. I'm very cordial with people until you attack me. If you attack me, I'm relentless. Like I am not necessarily relentless, but I go right for like I analyze you, man. You think like okay, so if I do run if if I do run against one of these people, okay, I'm going to annihilate them because I'm going to analyze them completely. I'm going to find out their weaknesses, I'm going to find out their strengths, and I'm going to exploit their weaknesses. Um, you know, if you think that intelligence is just basically grammar, spelling, memorizing, there's a lot more than that for sure. Um, and so far, I've been sitting here like really like putting my effort into learning about like what's going on locally. What I've noticed is a lot of these um, local state reps, like the House. I didn't realize there were so many of them. That's crazy. Um, and the Congress, the House and the Senate. So like here in Michigan, the Senate's seems like it's more powerful than um, the Congress, just for the fact that like the leader of the Senate can replace a lieutenant governor if something happens. So it's like the governor, then lieutenant governor. The lieutenant governor is I didn't know this. I don't know everything, man. I'm trying to like know who the hell knows everything. That's basically the vice president of the governor. I know this is like back in, dude. I don't use this. Like, why would I remember? Like, why would I remember something I don't use? You know what I mean? So it's just, we're just gonna retain that. No, you're not gonna retain like every single memory of your whole life. Like some things you forget. So it's like, yeah, but you want to constantly learn. You want to keep learning. Um, so but when you learn new stuff gets I don't know, maybe it's just me, like stuff like kind of like goes away. It gets kind of evaporate. If I don't use it, it's just kind of like if you stop working out, you can't go back to lifting what you with wit dog with what you were lifting before. You have to work your way back, like you might have some knowledge, but you're like, okay, I have to go back and relearn a couple of things. Like I haven't used crypto in forever. I wanted to make sure that I was like, it was similar to how I used it before. I mean, it's been like 3 or 4 years, right? So it's like, I don't know if things have evolved, and so like definitely you have to get a feel for things back, and um, I guess I guess I'm the only person out here that like, if knowledge comes in, it kind of evaporates over time if not being used. Maybe everyone else is like a still vault and they just remember every single detail of everything that they've ever learned. That's crazy, man. I guess I'm an anomaly, and not anomaly. Sometimes I can't pronounce words. I can pronounce other times fine. It's so weird. I don't know. So something with the way my brain tells my tongue, or I'm kind of tongue tied as well. So, but I've noticed like they all have small accounts. They all have small accounts on X. It's so crazy to see like these people who are better than me. Not better than me, but like they're more they have more power. They have like so much more power than me to see like I kind of have more power than them on X. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And I've been using it as much as I possibly can. And a lot of these people will not respond to me. Even the Republicans, man, they're not even responding to me. I don't know if they don't see it or they don't care. It's just like I'm looking at their replies, and you can see like maybe 2-3 replies. But anyway, like I've noticed since I've been engaging with these smaller accounts, my impressions have went down a lot. So like it went down. It went from like 104,000 to the next day was 12, then like 15, and like I'm sitting here getting noticed by like big people. Not saying that they're gonna embrace it, because none of them had followed me. Like these people aren't following me. Obviously, they're not like retweeting. They're not like looking at my stuff and be like, "Hey, this is cool," or like whatever, and like kind of more engaging with me. But they just like it. I mean, I think that that's cool, but because a lot of people, they don't even get to that point where like you get somebody that's a prominent figure. Actually, I know it's a dumb little thing, but most people don't. So and it's just like I'm trying to say is like I think I was starting to get somewhere, and possibly, you know, maybe get some type of notoriety. But I'm kind of like, I bet you I can go ahead and primary some of these people. I bet you I can. And if I got enough, like, honestly, like, okay, this is how I see. I don't even, like, honestly, I don't even want to be a politician. I don't even want the job. But I just want to help Michigan become better. This state, I've been here for 20 years, over, close, not really. It's close. This is the longest I've lived anywhere. So, like, I love Michigan, man. I want the best for Michigan. And it feels stagnant. It feels poor. It feels like there's no jobs here. I feel like I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. I don't make enough money to do anything. It's for people who are rich, you know. So, I'm seeing like these corrupt politicians, the Democrats. I'm watching them like this is so crazy. So the Republicans walked out on the Democrats. Mind you that they've only had session for 55 days this year. I guess 56, and probably today might be 57. So these people have only worked for like 56 days this whole year. And what are they getting paid for? They're not working. They basically took the last 4 months off. Then they come back and they have like 200 bills piled up. And they're trying to just ram everything through that fits the Democratic narrative and helps them and their donors. Not talking about ones that really affect regular people. Like the big one is they want to raise the minimum wage on people to get tips from like 2 something an hour to 15 an hour, and you can't make that type of change. That's something like you can't. That's a big change, man. And it's gonna put a lot of businesses out of business. Not gonna be able to do that. Tips is a big way how people rely on income. So do we need a better system? Yes, we need a better system, but you can't make a radical change like that. And it needs to be more pragmatic. If you're going to make some type of change like that, it needs to be pragmatic. And especially like, are these people not going to make tips? So like, okay, so I'm ignorant to a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like Elon when he probably came into all this stuff being enlightened because he voted for Biden. And I imagine when he started realizing like I was wrong. What is this? What is that? And he's learning all this. That's how I kind of feel a little bit. Not to say I'm Elon or even close to him at any type of aspect, but I'm saying this is probably how he kind of felt like he's learning very rapidly. He's like, wow, I didn't know this was happening. Wow, I didn't know this was happening. That's crazy. Like, even though I really don't, I really don't want to be a politician. It seems so boring. It really does. But I will make an ass out of myself for real, and I will put spotlight. I will draw eyes. I will draw attention. Um, you better believe that I will draw attention. I will speak my mind, and I will be very blunt. All these superstars that you see emerge, I will be one of them if I become a politician. But my plan would be like, if so I'm new on the scene, so I'm guessing the Republicans are trying to gauge me. They want to see like what I am. Like they want, you know what I mean? Like they want to see where I'm aligned with. They don't know anything about me. So if I keep going at this, which I do plan on doing, I want to keep putting pressure on these people. I'll primary, like my idea right now is like, I want to run as a Democrat. I want to primary one of these Democrats. I want to AOC one of them. I want to take I want to take their job, so that they don't have a job. And then I want to try to help reform the Democratic Party so they're more moderate and kick the radicals out, because they're corrupt. They don't represent the people no more. And we don't need radical politics anymore. We need just common sense, people who are civil. That yes, we will disagree. I don't agree with everything that the right says. I'm not anything. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. And I'll switch back and forth whatever I think is best. And that. So like if I was to run as a Republican, don't at this point, unless they say like, hey, we need you here. Like all I need is them to be like, hey, this is probably the best place for you to be to help us out overall. I'm like, okay, I'll go there and do that. I think Doge probably, like being a part of the Doge team, will probably like be a really good job for me. That'd probably be like the best job, exposing like government waste. Oh, that would be the most perfect job for me. Besides being a GM of a sports team, like if I was a GM of a sports team, I would make that team so great. Whatever it is, I don't care if it's soccer, something I don't even know. I don't care if it's rugby. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. Trust me, I will figure it out, and I will put the best team out there, and it'll make so much money. I'll put the best, But anyway, the Department of Doge would probably be like the best job for me, but like I will definitely AOC one of these people. I would definitely AOC one of them on the left. But like, if I was to run for governor, like hypothetically, if I got support, and I was to run for governor, I would definitely run for a Republican governor, because like I don't want the job. I don't want it very long. Like I'll do it for a little bit of time. Like I'll do it for like maybe a couple of years, something like that. I'm not gonna do it for this. This is what makes me probably the best politician, because I don't even want to be a politician. Which means like I'll go in there and I'm gonna cause a lot of problems and turmoil, and it might cost me my life. It might cost me my life, and that's fine. I don't care. Take my life and just make me more prominent. That's all you're gonna do. I mean, you might take me and shut me down, but all you're gonna do is wake up a bunch of other people. So like, you can go ahead and take my life, cool. Take my life. I want to cause as much disturbance to the machine as possible to work for the people. The people have been forgotten about. Nobody cares about the people, and it's horrible. It's horrible, man. It's horrible to see like the people I work for, like I work with, they don't even realize what's about to happen. And nobody wants to listen to me because I probably sound crazy to them. You know what I mean? When I start talking about Bitcoin or anything like that, like, people probably think I sound like, dude, I make a prediction probably a week ago, maybe it was 2 weeks ago on here, and I said that Bitcoin could go up into the millions. And then I'm seeing, like, okay, this whole week, like, okay, these experts are saying 400,000, 200,000 is going to be the tops for next year. When you have states, cities, countries, the wealthy, companies, possibly FOMOing all at once, possibly. Like, there's only a limited supply, and yes, people will sell. And yes, we make 450 Bitcoin a day. That's how much we can mine. New Bitcoin. But a lot of people aren't going to sell. And, like, they're not going to sell everything. They might sell a little bit, be like, hey, yeah, man, I want to have a house. Yeah, I'm going to sell and get this, Yeah, of course. But it's not going to be everything. People are definitely going to be taking wins for sure. But, but the thing is, it's like, you can see where the demand is at. And I'm sitting here, like, this is the big thing I've been saying. I found out that there was a Democrat woman who tried to push a bill through our state reps that she wanted to put $10 million through Congress and the Senate or whatever. She wanted to put $10 million to funding tampons in boys' bathrooms. Like, what a waste. Like, I'll take that 10 million and put it in Bitcoin right now, and we could have 100 Bitcoin right now. Michigan can have 100 Bitcoin. How much is 100 Bitcoin going to be when Bitcoin goes up in the millions? How much money can we, like, seriously? Like, what's going to happen is nobody's talking about Bitcoin. I'm the only one talking about Bitcoin. I'm trying to ask these Republicans, what is their strategy to start a reserve? We're going to get in late. Michigan's going to get in late. I'm telling you, like, these people aren't paying attention. If you're a Michigan person, you should be very worried about the leadership of our state, because I hate to tell you, but, like, GM and Ford are going to go under really soon. Tesla and autonomous cars are going to take over. It's only next year is when Tesla starts testing unsupervised vehicles on the road. California and Texas are doing this next year. If that goes really well, which it probably will, you're going to see more driverless cars on the road really soon. 26, 27, 28. What does that mean for Ford? What does that mean for GM? And I'm not saying, like, it's going to completely go under. Like, you might be able to, like, produce some combustible engine vehicles. Like, there might be, like, a niche, but you're not going to need as many people to do those jobs. So you're going to have to, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs here. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, it might not go all the way under. They might sell it and reform into something else. They might come together and then be like merge into each other. Like, all the big three here might just, like, kind of merge into one. That's probably what's most likely going to happen. They're going to merge because they're like, and then they're going to have to cut people. They're going to lay so many people off here. What are we bringing here for jobs? What are we bringing here for jobs, man? What are we doing to build our infrastructure here? What is the future of Michigan? And my predictions might sound crazy right now, but I think far, man. I don't just think, like, obviously I don't just think just right now. I have long-term visions. I'm talking about stuff that's probably going to be created that people I never heard anybody talking about. that's probably going to happen. Okay, listen. Is it possible that you take a Neuralink and then take another Neuralink and put it like, so when somebody has a broken neck and they're paralyzed, is it possible to take one Neuralink and then another Neuralink and then like transmit the whatever to make the limbs work again, and just like, okay, the nervous system is broke down there, well, we can make another path to make these limbs work, so people can actually use their limbs. Like, you think that, oh, I'm not going to get a Neuralink because oh, the government can tap it. It's like, dude, I want to walk again. I want to be able to use my body again. And then once people see that, they're like, okay, well, everyone's going to want to get a Neuralink because it's going to improve their brain so much. And then other people are going to have Neuralinks because they can't control their they have no emotional intelligence. They just want to act out violently. So you have to have something for them to stop them from like hurting other humans because they can't control themselves. It is what it is. We have a bunch of NPCs out here, man, that they're driving cars. I'm so worried about, like, all of a sudden a car just like comes in and these people can't drive. Like, it's getting horrible out here. So like, I'm trying to get into more local politics, and I think I can make more of a difference there than whatever I've been doing with the broad scope of things. Like, yes, I like politics. It is more of a broad, thinking about federally stuff and not really paying attention to local politics. It's kind of like, it's not very interesting. But I'm like, well, maybe I can have an influence. Imagine like you're a Michigan resident and then you see me post, you want to spend $10 million on tampons in a boy's bathroom, and then you see like me post statistics like Bitcoin is, they're saying that Bitcoin could be worth, the market cap could be 15 trillion. Right now it's 2 trillion. So what do you think the value of Bitcoin is going to be? It's not going to be zero. It's not going to be zero. So when you see, this is what I'm saying, and nobody wants to pay, nobody's listening to me. If you're gonna waste money like that, you might as well put it into Bitcoin. If you have money to waste, you might as well put it into Bitcoin. If you're Michigan, if you're Detroit, any fucking city, counties, buy a little bit. Jeez, man. If you're not out here trying to do that right now, you are so far behind. I'm doing as best as I can, man. If I had like a ton of followers, I would be able to have more of an influence. Or I kind of feel like limited, honestly, like suppressed. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my speech, how I talk, but I see other people talking like how I do. Oh yeah, I definitely come across as sexist. So like, that is something I'm going to have to overcome with the women voters, especially like a leftist. Like, seriously, they'll look at me like, oh, you're talking, but dude, I'm joking. If you sit, I bet you I will destroy these people in a debate. I will destroy any of these people in a debate. I honestly just want their best. I don't even want to mess with like just some piddly like little house seat. I want their best. I want their speakers. I want to challenge their seats. Because I want to influence the Democrat Party to be more moderate. I don't give a fuck about Republican or Democrat. They just need to work. If that's the system we have, Republicans or Democrats, they need to work together, man. They need to like not hate each other. We shouldn't have to worry about societal breakdown because we're gonna go to civil war. Like, we need to get the radicals out of here. You can have your opinions or whatever, but we don't need you taking over majority parties. Like the leftists have done to the Democratic Party. The Democrats aren't what I used to be. I used to be a Democrat. They're not. They're pro-war. They're pro-censorship. They're crony. They'll lie, steal. They'll cheat, and they'll put on this persona like they're so humane. These people are so loving, huh? And they love that guy that just shot that CEO in the back. How loving of them. How liberal of them. It's horrible. It's stupid, you know. But that's it.